Some European airlines, that rule about having to turn your cell phone off before takeoff. Not anymore. The companies say they are making the move to meet customer demands, but will in-cabin calls be a benefit for frequent flyers? Or will the extra noise just be a nuisance? Jim Bolden dials up the details.
This may seem like a typical flight aboard Ryanair from London to Dublin. After takeoff, time to close my eyes for a bit. Then this happened.
Ladies and gentlemen, also on board this afternoon's flight, you're also able to use your mobile phone.
Anyone on this plane can now make, or perhaps more annoyingly, receive a call on their own phone. On this flight, only phones that can connect to the O2 service will work. This one does, so let's give it a try. Ryanair says it's the first low-cost carrier installing the service across its entire fleet. How's it sound to you? A slight delay, perhaps, but that didn't deter other journalists invited on board to test the service. Do you think passengers are going to really want this? Is this going to be successful?
I'm not entirely sure. I think it'll work with a degree of novelty value for the initial period. Obviously, it's going to have benefits for business travellers, and I imagine at the end of the day, that's going to be the core market.
And it wasn't long before phones started to ring and interrupt my interview with an executive from the company providing the technology.
You couldn't have picked a better moment because I'm standing in front of a camera of a CNN. Exciting. All right, bye.
It's a bit of an unexpected...
It was my office calling, actually.
Is that your first call ever?
The first inbound call, yes.
A number of other airlines are rolling out GSM service on board, including British Airways and Royal Jordanian. Emirates started providing it last year, though in the United States, the use of cell phones on airplanes is still banned.
Okay, very good.
Ryanair Chief Executive Michael O'Leary says it's an obvious way to make extra revenue. Passengers are charged by the minute for voice calls. There's also a fee for email and sending texts.
Once we have fitted the entire fleet of 170 aircraft and we're carrying 100 million passengers a year, a very small proportion of revenue per passenger will result in very large revenue flows to our partners On Air and Ryanair.
On Air says in the next 5 years, the majority of airlines will be kitted out, along with many private jets.
Well, I got to get a cell phone suit like that guy had. Well, before we go today, a renowned scientist helps